Obviously the title of this video is not factual. There are plenty other shows that are better for kids. But this is why I think Ninjago is the greatest show. First, a brief history lesson. Long before time had a name. 2011. Ninjago was created to promote and sell Lego sets. The show started out with 4 pilot episodes to build a foundation for what the show would be like today. And also to sell Lego sets. They set up lovable characters, an interesting world and story, all in about an hour. Obviously Ninjago was a massive hit, from the pilots to the Lego sets. And later in 2011, Season 1 of Ninjago officially released.
In Ninjago, sinister snake people with unique powers have been released and have put all the land in jeopardy. The only hope is the 4 young masters of Spinjitzu.
I'm not going to go into too much detail about the show because I want you to experience it for yourself, but I will touch on a few things. My connection goes back to the very beginning. I had the pilot episodes on a DVD and watched it twice. And then again and again and again. When Season 1 aired on TV, I actively kept up with it and was heavily invested in it. The mystery of who the Green Ninja was ran deep in my veins. I thought so hard who it could have been, and I thought it was going to be Kai. How silly I was as a 7-year-old. My evidence was that Lloyd would somehow unlock Kai's Green Ninja powers or something like that. But that obviously didn't happen because it was Lloyd. I semi-followed the show until about Season 6, where I forgot about its existence. It was until a year ago when I heard that the Ninjago show was still ongoing after a decade, so I started from the first season and watched it all the way through. And now, I love the show. Kai, the main character of early Ninjago. He's hot-headed, cocky, and very full of himself, but it doesn't stop him from being selfless at times. The whole reason he became a ninja in the first place was to save his sister Nia. After a few season and character arcs, he became a small mentor figure for Lloyd, but that only lasted about a season.
Don't worry, big shot. I'll watch over you from now on.
He can be selfish and rude at times, but you can't help but like him.
Or we'll have to get a ninja up on ya.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I was improvising.
Even after it's revealed that he isn't the Green Ninja, he obviously just didn't say, oh, I know I was meant to be the Green Ninja, blah, 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 blah. No, he actively thought he should have been the Green Ninja, even in Season 4.
I can't control it. I don't want to control it. I should have been the Green Ninja.
Jay, the main character relief of the group, and who has some quirky one-liners.
Hamster pillow, crying, love magic.
But the comedy he presents himself with is actually a cover for one of the most tragic characters in the show. Throughout the show, he is shown to live in a junkyard before becoming a ninja with his mum and dad, who are also revealed to be his adopted parents.
You see, son, you're adopted.
Oh, you were left at our doorstep and you were just a baby, along with this address and key. Oh, you were just so gosh darn cute.
And we gladly raised you as our own ever since.
He was an inventor whose inventions didn't work half the time. His wife is constantly getting ripped away from him by either an evil genie or the ocean. Saying this out loud, it makes me sound like I've done one too many lines of coke, but trust me, it makes sense. Jay's life has made him a punching bag, but he never gives up, and I think that's what makes him the strongest ninja out of all of them. He was also the first ninja to learn Spinjitzu, so that shows how capable he is.
Since these cursed shackles have blocked our powers, I choose to use the power of positive thinking.
Zane is also a tragic character. It's revealed that he's a robot, which gives another emotional scene.
No, it can't be. No.
The flashback of Zane getting his memory back is one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. The music and dialogue is top notch, and his father isn't around because he was taken by Samukai from the pilots. What? He was the one who built all the machines used by the skeleton, which I thought was pretty neat. He later accepts himself as a robot, but his identity is brought up again in Season 4 after his death. Oh yeah, Zane sacrifices himself to save his friends and the world, so that's something. They even throw a funeral for a guy, but he's later built in a new body, which makes him have an identity crisis. This guy can't win.
Zane, you don't require a breathing device. Yes, but I like how it completes my attire.
Cole is a weird case. From the pilot to the end of season 2, Cole was presented as the leader, as his personality trait. He's also calm under pressure. But then the creative team behind the show decided that Lloyd should be the leader of the group, which makes sense. This kind of left Cole without a personality. He mostly acted the same as the other ninja, with the occasional glimpses into his leadership side, like in season 4. That was until Master of the Mountain, where Cole had the most spotlight, as it was his season. We saw how Cole puts others before himself, as shown with Craig, Princess Vanya, and the rest of the team. Lloyd Garmadon, son of Lord Garmadon, the Green Ninja, the ultimate Spinjitzu master. He has a lot of names, but I saw him as a baby. Lloyd started out as a whiny little brat, then became the most powerful character in the show. But I still feel like Lloyd from season 1 echoed throughout the next couple of seasons. Now it makes sense, he didn't really have a childhood, he was aged up in season 2, skipping years of his life, so it makes sense that he didn't have time to mature. The more the show went on, this personality trait slowly faded away, as he tried being the leader of the team. But I think it was in season 8 where this finally pushed him to be his mature self.
Beat it, brat, I'm on a mission.
Nia is Kai's little sister and is kind of a tomboy. She doesn't really seem to be interested in the stereotypical women's things like shopping and makeup, rather being interested in mechanics and fighting. She's a natural at most things she does, but when she struggles with something, she gets very angry and impatient. She started out as Samurai X, who was a mysterious figure piloting a mech suit that helped the ninja out, until her identity was revealed. She stayed as Samurai X until season 5, where she joins the rest of the team as a ninja.
Me? No, how can I be a gift?
Yeah, who would want Jay?
Me?
Sensei Wu is the teacher of the group, and taught them everything they know. He's very wise and old, but can slip into a goofy and light-hearted manner.
I love scenic drives. Punch it, Nia.
Aye, aye, Sensei!
He's also a badass who never really takes any L's. Except this one. After some time of guiding the ninja, he spirals into a bit of a depression as the ninja prove they don't really need him anymore. He eventually realizes he can still help and be there for them.
Well, you said you were concerned that you couldn't keep up, so Jay and Nia rejiggered the design so you can come along. Well, what do you think?
I think... Shotgun!
Of course, the ninja need villains to fight, so let's go over them. Snake. Another snake. The Loch Ness Monster. A Dungeons and Dragons character. Squid. And the embodiment of evil. Let's get into some of the things I like about the show. The abilities that are presented in the show are what kept me engaged and interested. So let's go over what these are. Spinjitzu is the first technique? Spinjitzu is a martial art, so anyone can learn it. So I guess it's not really an ability. I don't know. It's the first thing the ninja can do, where they spin around in a mini tornado. An extension of Spinjitzu is Air Jitsu, which the characters learn to fly. It's more like a really long jump, and they continued to use this until season 8 because they forgot about it or something. A more powerful version of Spinjitzu is a Spinjitzu Burst, which requires the person in question to be surrounded by their element, with Cole being the only one to use this. I think Nia could have in season 15 because she was like legit surrounded by water, but they forgot about it, I guess. The main ability the ninja use are their elemental powers. Kai has fire, Jay has lightning, Zane has ice, Cole has earth, Nia has water, and Lloyd has... green. It's energy, that's my headcanon, because it's not really stated exactly what it is. Lloyd actually had access to the 4 original elements before he gave them to the others. Yeah, at the start of the show, none of them could actually use the elemental powers without the golden weapons that they needed to channel them. That was until season 3, where Lloyd split his powers to each of them. Oh yeah, Lloyd also had golden power, which made him extremely powerful, but he lost access to golden power when he split his powers. Elemental Masters are also able to summon dragons made of their elemental powers, until they stopped doing this in season 8. The original 4 ninja can go into their dragon forms, where they can fly. Why do all these involve flying? They did this at the end of the show, so they'll probably never do it again, but it's cool. The fights in early Ninjago are pretty good and entertaining, but in season 11 onwards, the fights become godlike in animation and choreography. In later seasons, some fights have continuous one-shots going from character to character. They only do it 3 times, but it's still cool and keeps the action fresh. The show does this thing where a ninja would get a focus season. Examples being season 3 is about Zane, season 2 is about Lloyd, and season 6 is about Jay. All the characters are in them, but the seasons like to focus on one of them. They've been doing this since season 3, and every ninja has had a couple of focus seasons, except Cole for some reason. It's weird, because Cole had a 40-minute special about him, which is impossible to find in English, mind you. So did it really happen? Other than that, he didn't get a focus season until season 13, which is weird because he's one of the original ninja. Sensei Wu even had a focus season before him. Nia has had 2 focus seasons, and Cole only got 1? Lucky it was a good season. The lore of the show is constantly being brought up and expanded upon. Big events like the first Spinjitzu Master creating Ninjago and the Great Serpentine War play a massive part in the show, showing how Wu and Garmadon were in their youth, and seeing the main character's ancestors and other elemental masters. Season 7 shines a lot of light on the war, having the main villains be a direct cause of it. I can't really cover everything about the lore, but go watch the show. There's 16 seasons of the show, but each season shakes up the plot and theme each time, making them feel fresh. One season may be set in a futuristic city, while another is set in underwater or in a massive mountain. The ninja explore a video game world and travel to a mysterious island, but my favorite concept for a season is Season 6, Skybound.
Join the ninja as they journey to the ends of Ninjago and beyond to stop the Sky Pirates and reclaim the skies. In all new episodes of Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu Skybound. Be careful what you wish for.
The ninja have to face off against a genie, who uses their wishes against them in clever ways.
The only thing I wish is for you to take me back.
Your wish is yours to keep.
This isn't Ninjago City. This isn't my wish. I told you to take me back.
Ah, but how far back?
The ninja can't just beat the genie in a fist fight though. They have to go get this special venom or something to weaken him. And along the way, each ninja is picked off one by one, until Jay is the only one left. This concept is touched again on in Season 12, but it's kind of different because in Skybound, they actually wish themselves away by being tormented by this genie.
I wish for it all to go away! I wish for it all to go away! I wish him away! What's happening?
What is supposed to happen?
It's a cool season. Watch the show. Oh, by the way, Season 4 is a tournament arc with different elemental masters. Ninjago is an anime. Kai versus the Smoke Guy is my favorite fight. Watch the show. Continuity is another strong point of Ninjago. A good example of this is the concept of Venge Stone, which blocks elemental powers.
You can try, but those shackles are made of Venge Stone. Pretty good for shutting down your powers and making sure you don't ghost out of here.
What I remember, Venge Stone was introduced in Season 6?
The chamber was built out of Venge Stone. Our elemental powers are rendered useless.
And plays a part in most stories until the most recent season.
These jokers are made of Venge Stone.
Cole's lava arms are still prominent when he got them in Day of the Departed. They pay tribute to past events in the show all the time and do a great job keeping everything consistent. Kai's parents were teased in Season 4 and are expanded upon in Season 7, then show up again in Season 15. Season 5 shows the ninja future selves, with Jay's future showing him ending up with Nia, and in Season 10, him and Nia get married. The show likes to shake up the status quo every now and again, but they don't normally last long. In Season 5, Cole turns into a ghost and is stuck like that until the end of Day of the Departed. That's like good 2-ish seasons. Zane was rebuilt into a new body in Season 4 and has stayed like that ever since. Wu was turned into a baby in Season 8 and slowly grew back to his regular self in Season 10. On my most recent watch of the show, I realized that it's being targeted toward kids, but it doesn't feel like it. The writing isn't dumbed down for kids, and the characters aren't over-explaining everything. Characters die in this show. King Calamar gets eaten instead of being locked up. Like, are you showing that to kids? Cole's mother died of cancer. That's just my theory though. The ninja even break the law at one point to save Nia, and this choice isn't treated as them being heroes or whatever. They go to jail. The music in the show did not have to go this hard. The soundtrack of each season is different and relates to the theme of the season. The theme song for each season as well is a remix of the classic Weekend Whip. I can't play it, but go watch the show. You may have noticed that my forearm is really big, and that's because I'm filming another video at the same time as this. Stay tuned for that. Now that we've talked about things I liked, let's jump into things I don't really like. I hate Nia's character in the final season, as most people do. Her character development is, oh, she can't be useful without her powers. Oh no, how will she ever overcome this? The villains even taunt her about this, and she gets past it eventually, but at the very end of the season, her powers come back, so it's like, what's the point? She didn't even get a chance to fully grow from this decision. They kind of just squashed the plotline. Fake out deaths really plague Ninjago because they can't kill off a main character because they have Lego to sell. So they try and force like this emotion by fake killing him, but then they just come back anyway. The only fake death that worked, in my opinion, was Zane's death in Season 3. The Season 8 hoods look garbage. You can't convince me otherwise. Season 7 is the worst season of the show. I think the writing is dog shit, and most of the episodes are boring and just feel like filler, which they're not meant to be because they all tie into the main plot. I swear, they say the word brother so many damn times.
Brother! Brother! Brother!
Bro.
Brother!
Brother!
There's a lot of just awkward lines.
Use it!
Oh, too late. They're gone. And so is Borg.
Vanished before our eyes.
This season comes after Day of the Departed, which, if you don't remember, is extremely important because Cole goes from being a ghost into being a human. And you can't watch this anywhere in English in good quality, so people don't even know what happens. And he's just there in Season 7, Episode 1, as a guy. The quality of the season is just so apparent because the season before was so godlike. This is more of a nitpick, but I think it's dumb as hell that in Season 6, Zane tries to outsmart the genie with his wishes, be clever, you know, all that, because he's a smart robot. And as soon as, like, Narcon gets a bit of a heads up on him, he folds immediately. Watch this clip.
By that definition, I could simply delete bits of information from your hard drive. Pixel! There's no harm in that now, is there?
My third wish! My third wish!
Yes, your all-important third wish. Make it count. But no matter what happens to me, the sweet little voice inside your head will be all but gone. Erased. Checkmate.
I wish for it all to go away!
I believe they should have killed off Master Wu in the final season. I think it would have been more impactful and would have been great motivation for the characters. It would have been perfect too. It could have done it at the end of his sick-ass fight with the Overlord. Right here. Do it right here. Ninjago is no stranger to controversy, however. In 2017, the LEGO Ninjago movie was released, and Ninjago fans were not happy. They thought the original continuity was getting rebooted with the movie plot and designs. This is also where these god-awful hoods came from, 0 out of 10. I personally thought the movie was alright. Sensei Wu turned into Jackie Chan, and the ninja looked like this. But I like him. Fan speculation was almost justified when they first saw the new designs in the show when it came back. But the pitchforks were lowered when they realized that it continues the plot from past seasons. The only thing that was different in Season 8 was the higher budget, animation, and the designs. Can I just mention, I love the new designs. The old ones did well for the time, but it was time for an upgrade. The animation would change again 3 seasons later, and once again, fans were not happy. But again, I like it because now the fights are so damn cool. The series ends with the ninja giving up their elemental powers to create a 4-headed golden dragon. If I had a nickel for every time there was a 4-headed dragon, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Get it? Get the joke? Get the joke? It's Phineas. Anyway, the dragon defeats the Overlord and the day is saved. And that's how it all ends. Until the day of this video coming out, because today we get a new saga of Ninjago. New characters, higher budget. It looks really cool and I'm so excited for it. Ninjago is the goat of kid shows. They had such a massive world and plot, and lovable characters. I'm so glad that I can say that I grew up at least watching the first season where it all started, and being here for when the show ended and then restarted again, this new saga. This show played a bit of a role in my childhood because I loved the show starting out. I loved the Lego sets I had. God, I really wanted that fire temple, but I was stuck with Zane's ice dragon. Oh, that hurt. Also, Dareth is a mid character. You can't tell me otherwise.